So imagine it's Game of Thrones, right? But in ancient China, with real history, crazy battles, and genius strategies. And that is Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It's a very famous Chinese novel about three kingdoms fighting each other for power 18 centuries ago. It has more betrayals, battles, and drama than Game of Thrones, and it actually happened. Well, mostly. The book to its fans is like their Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, and even today, business leaders and gamers study its tactics. So, want to know a bit? You'll find it out in my today's video. And hi guys, I'm Sammy, welcome to my channel. So what exactly is the China's Game of Thrones, and from 600 years ago is that? It is 三国演义, Romance of Three Kingdoms in English. It is a historic novel set in China's chaotic and turbulent period of Three Kingdoms period, around this time. And it's about three rival kingdoms fighting for control after the Han Dynasty collapsed around the year of 200. The story blends real history with legendary tales, focusing on warfare, political schemes, and larger-than-life heroes like the genius Zhuge Liang, loyal Guan Yu, and cunning Cao Cao. As one of the four great classical novels of Chinese literature, Romance of the Three Kingdoms is claimed of 800,000 words and nearly 1,000 dramatic characters in 120 chapters. Oh my god, finally I put it off. These numbers are killing me. I mean, even as Chinese, I'm overwhelmed. And trust me, because I have first-hand experience. I've tried so many times and tried so hard to read the novel during my teens, but obviously I failed. But my point here is, let's save us some time and have a quick rundown of the plot. Hey, it's me again, just a head up before I forget. So every bit of my mention in all my videos about historical events, history timeline, and maps of different periods are all rough approximation. Okay, so not academic references. I'm happy to discuss ideas, I'd rather not, but just don't treat my words as a textbook. Okay? Cheers!
It all starts from the fall of the Han Dynasty. Around the end of Dong Han, corruption and rebellion lead to chaos, with warlords and many warlords, like Dong Zhuge, one of them, seizing power. And then, with time, three kingdoms rise, so-called 三国鼎立. Each of the three kings desired to unify China again and became the one ruler and one ruler only. With Cao Cao dominating the north, Liu Bei and Sun Quan form an alliance to stop him at the Battle of Red Cliffs, one of history's greatest military upsets. It's real history. After decades of war, Sima Yi's family, with Sima Yi being originally a general under Cao Cao's rule, taking over Wei, the northern power, conquers Shu and Wu and unifies China under the Jin Dynasty, which didn't last long, so you guys probably never heard about that.
A quick clarification, it is a novel. It is a novel. It's fictional, alright? But with 60 to 70% truth and the rest being myths. Something like Braveheart for Scotland, just to give you an idea. And the novel, romance, is very dramatic. But the history book, 三国志, Records of the Three Kingdoms, is much drier. Well, as you can imagine, it's purely political history. Somebody did something in which year and blah blah blah, so yeah. There you go, you have all the basic facts about this novel now. But actually, you know what? I think you probably have heard or seen this story somewhere before without even realizing it. It's in the video games like Dynasty Warriors, let you mow down the armies like these heroes, or there are TV series from the 90s and early 2000s, and there are business books, cause all those CEOs studied strategies for teamwork and competition, etc. Anyway, the book is long, but the TV drama is so good that even after decades of its production, the fans are still arguing about it. So why don't we have some fun to see some figures from the TV series as well as the battles? But as you know, there are tons of them. I figure I can only pick some key figures from each of the three kingdoms and the most famous battle from real history. Okay, let's start from the first kingdom, Wei.
Here, the first is Cao Cao. He is an ambitious warlord, brilliant strategist, but deeply suspicious. His iconic quote is, "Rather let me betray the world than let the world betray me," reflecting his ruthless pragmatism. And the second here is Sima Yi. He is a master of strategy and deception, and eventually seizes power from the Cao family. His iconic quote is, "Do you know why a man's feet are wider than his hands and face? Because they are always hidden." A metaphor for patience and deception. And here you can see is Xun Yu. He is Cao Cao's top advisor, loyal but opposed Cao's impure ambitions, leading to his unfortunate fate. His iconic line is, "I have lived on the Han's bounty and I shall die as a Han servant," reflecting Xun Yu's loyalty to the Han Dynasty, ultimately leading to his death after opposing Cao Cao's self-elevation to Prime Minister of Wei.
Now let's look at the second kingdom. So here you can see Liu Bei. He is the Lord of Shu. He's a benevolent leader, but some may argue he's somewhat hypocritical. His iconic line is, "Submit to your lords and bide your time, for one must not contend against fate," emphasizing on being patient and waiting for the right moment. And now you can see is the famous Zhuge Liang, often being addressed as Mr. Sleeping Dragon. He is a genius strategist and unshakably loyal. His iconic quote is, "Devote all my life to the cause and never stop until my death," reflecting his loyalty and dedication to the Shu Han regime. And now you can see Guan Yu. He's like a superhero. He is a brave warrior and a top general. He's righteous, loyal, but a little bit arrogant. One of his iconic quotes is, "I scraped my bone to trade poison. The pain was unbearable, but my ambition remained unchanged," showing his strong will and perseverance. And the other famous line also from him is, "How could a tiger's daughter marry a dog's son?" showing Guan Yu's pride and love for his daughter, but also insulting Sun Quan, leading to his downfall. Well, no one's perfect, but I guess his flaw may be slightly larger. Nevertheless, his character remains one of the most celebrated in Chinese culture, worshipped as God of War and a symbol of loyalty and brotherhood.
Now let's look at the last kingdom, Wu, also as Dongwu or Sunwu. This one here is Sun Quan. He's the Lord of Wu. He's a skilled diplomat but grew paranoid in old age. His iconic quote is, "Whoever dares speaks of surrender again, let this table be their fate," chopping a table in front of his counselors before the Battle of Red Cliffs, cause all his counselors led him to surrender to Cao Cao, which is totally against his will. And here you can see the talented Zhou Yu. He is a brilliant commander, but very envious of Zhuge Liang. His iconic line is, "Since heaven gave birth to Zhou Yu, why did it also create Zhuge Liang?" His jealousy blinded his mind, leading to his unwise decision, which led to his death. And last but not the least, let's look at Lu Xun. So after the death of Zhou Yu, Lu Xun became the commander of Wu. He is a brilliant and composed strategist, a rare combination of intellectual depth and military prowess for his time. His iconic quote is, "A true general does not rely solely on strength, but on wisdom and patience," reflecting his philosophy of warfare, avoiding direct confrontation when necessary, and winning through superior strategy.
Besides all these figures, there are also plenty of fighting and action scenes in this TV series. Some are even bigger than Avenger fights. The most famous is Zhan, the Battle of Red Cliffs. It's also real history where a smaller army uses fire attacks to destroy a huge navy. It's like China's D-Day. Heroes win using brains, not just brawn. Like that time, they borrowed 100,000 arrows from the enemy by tricking them. Even the villains get iconic lines like, "I'd rather betray the world than let it betray me." So now, are you starting to think, well, I'm kind of interested, but how can I get into it without heavy reading? Well, don't worry, you don't need to read the 2,000 pages. Just start with the classic 1994 TV series, like I did. That's how I get a novel after, feeling reading it. And it's free on YouTube with English subs, and you can always skip to the part you like. And you know what? Actually, I want to rewatch it. So if you want to double fun and get the quick and dirty scoop, stay tuned. Alright, that's my quick intro for you guys about Romance of the Three Kingdoms. For the other three novels, Water Margin, Journey to the West, Where Wukong is From, and The Dream of the Red Chamber will be coming up soon. If you enjoyed my today's video, please give me a thumb up and hit the subscribe button for more. If you want to share anything on this novel, please leave me a comment. I appreciate you guys. See you next time.